If I had to identify the single most expensive mistake that trading psychology creates, it would be this: the overwhelming tendency to cut winning trades short whilst holding losing positions too long. Now, this behavioral pattern is so common and so destructive that it deserves its own special attention in any serious discussion of trading psychology. 90% of traders exit profitable trades too early, and I'm not exaggerating this statistic. Study after study shows that the vast amount or majority of retail traders consistently sabotage their profit potentially by taking small, quick gains, whilst letting their losses compound into account-threatening disasters. Now, the average winning trade captures only 50% of its potential profit because traders exit at the first sign of pullback, rather than allowing their analysis to fully develop. I'm sure many of you have been there. They enter trades based on longer-term analysis, but exit based on shorter-term fear. Now, this creates a fundamental mismatch between their strategy and execution. Loss aversion creates an irrational fear of giving back gains, making a 200 profit feel more like a £200 risk rather than £200 earn or dollars. Now, this psychological issue transforms winning trades from assets into liabilities in the trader's mind, creating this urgency to lock in profits before they disappear. Here's a truth that every serious trader must face: bulls make money, bears make money. But it's important to really think about this, that there's always going to be opportunities in the market. So what we're going to discuss today in our presentation is letting winners run, overcoming the urge to take quick profits, and why do traders cut winners and let losers run. Let's dive in. So like anything in life, to solve any problem, we need to understand the reasons behind things. So to solve the problem of cutting winners short, we need to understand the psychological forces that drive this self-destructive behavior. Now, bird in hand bias makes a certain small gain feel better than an uncertain large gain, even when the mathematics clearly favor holding for the larger profits. Your brain treats unrealized profits as fragile, temporary gifts that could disappear at any moment. This bias explains why traders often feel more comfortable taking a quick £300 profit or dollars and then holding for a potential 1,000 profit, even when their analysis strongly suggests the larger target is achievable. The certainty of the smaller gain feels physiologically safer than the possibility of the larger gain. Regret avoidance drives the fear of watching a winning trade turn into a loser, which many traders consider the ultimate trading humiliation. The thought of having to tell themselves or others that they gave back a profitable trade creates enormous pressure to exit at the first sign of reversal. This fear of regret often overrides rational analysis. Traders abandon their original profit targets not because their analysis has changed, but because they can't bear the thought of explaining why they let a winner turn into a loser. Now, dopamine seeking creates preference for quick profits. Your brain releases dopamine when you recognize profits. This creates a neurochemical reward for taking gains. This immediate, we'll call it gratification, often overrides the longer-term thinking, which is required for long-term success. The dopamine hit from taking profits is immediate and certain, whilst the potential dopamine hit from larger profits is delayed and uncertain. Can you see how this works? Now, your brain's reward system is biased toward immediate certainty, even when delayed possibility offers better outcomes. Many traders exit profitable positions early because they want to share their success. This social pressure is particularly strong for traders who discuss their results with family or social media or online communities. Now, the desire to report concrete wins can override the patience required for maximum profit extraction. So, understanding these psychological drivers helps you recognize when your emotions are working against your trading success and plan. And more importantly, it's important to implement systems, processes, and techniques that support you for better decision making. The mathematics of successful trading reveals a counterintuitive truth. Where you enter trades matters less than how you manage them once you're profitable or they're profitable. Understanding these mathematical realities can transform your approach to position management and dramatically improve your long-term results. So the top 20% of your trades typically generate 80% of your total profits, following what's known as the Pareto principle. This means that a small number of exceptional winners must carry the load for all your modest winners and inevitable losers. If you cut these exceptional trades short, you eliminate the very profits that make your entire trading approach viable. This mathematical reality explains why professional traders are often willing to give back significant portions of their winning trades. They understand that their few biggest winners must compensate for all other trades. Cutting winners short destroys this mathematical foundation. Small winners combined with big losers equals guaranteed failure. Even if you pick direction correctly 60% of the time, you'll lose money if your winners average £100 or dollars, whilst your losers average around 3 times that much. The mathematics are there. Most failed traders have decent win rates, so they're often right about market direction more than half the time. They fail because they systematically extract small amounts from winning trades, whilst allowing the large amounts to be extracted by losing trades. So, risk-reward ratios improve dramatically with proper exit management because letting winners run naturally increases the reward side of the equation. Your initial risk is fixed when you enter the trade, but your potential reward grows as long as you remain in profitable positions. A system with 1 to 3% risk-reward ratio and 40% win rate generally produces consistent profits even though it loses more often than not when it wins. This mathematical example shows you why focusing on win rates alone misses the bigger picture of trading profitability. You can lose 6 trades out of 10 and still be profitable if your winners are large enough. Now consider the mathematics. 4 wins of 3R equals plus 12R. 6 losses of 1R equals 6R. Net result plus 6R. Profit despite winning only for 40% of the trades. Can you see the power of this? This is a mathematical foundation that makes trend following systems profitable over time. You have to understand the mathematical realities to help you maintain perspective. And it's really going to help you going forward in the future to build more confidence in what you're doing. When you're holding a profitable trade, your brain undergoes specific neurochemical, and I know I speak a lot about this, changes that systematically bias you towards taking profits early. Understanding these changes helps you recognize when your decision making is being influenced by brain chemistry. Dopamine peaks at the point or the moment of profit recognition. This neurochemical response creates the strongest reward signal when you first realize you're profitable, not when you maximize that profitability. Your brain literally rewards you more for recognizing profits than maximizing them. Think about that. This dopamine timing explains why the urge to take profits is strongest early in a winning trade's development, precisely when taking profits is usually the wrong time, too early. Now, the neurochemical reward system is working against optimal profit maximization. Immediate gratification circuits override the long-term thinking. Now, this neuro bias toward immediate certainty makes patient position management feel unnatural. The same brain systems that help you avoid immediate dangers of physical environments create problems in trading environments. Loss aversion intensifies as unrealized profits grow, making larger profits feel like larger potential losses rather than larger potential gains. Now, the psychological pressure to protect your profits increases along with the profit size, creating maximum pressure to execute precisely when patience would be most valuable. So understanding these neurochemical and brain influences helps you recognize when your brain chemistry is working against you. It's now time to have that self-awareness with this, and we are now going to talk about approaches to position management. Professional traders use systematic exit strategies that remove emotional decision making. These approaches help you capitalize on your winners whilst protecting against the psychological biases that typically destroy profit potential. So the first one is trailing stops. Let the market tell you when the trend ends rather than trying to predict reversal points. This approach keeps you in winning trades as long as the underlying trend remains intact. Trailing stops work because they align your exit timing with market reality rather than your emotional comfort level. So the scale out method. Take partial profits at key levels whilst leaving a core position to capture larger moves. Now, I understand that everybody has different rules and different strategies, so just take on board what works for you. Time-based exits. Hold positions for time periods that align with your original analysis time frame. So if you've entered a trade based on weekly chart analysis, your exit decisions should be based on weekly chart development rather than daily chart volatility. So time-based exits prevents the common mistake of changing your time horizon based on profit and loss rather than maintaining consistency with your original analysis. They force you to give your trades adequate time to develop according to your original analysis and plan. The technical aspects of letting winners run are relatively straightforward. The psychological aspects are much more challenging. So developing mental techniques for patient position management is often the difference between mediocre and exceptional trading results. So the first one is pre-trade planning. Write your exit strategy before entering positions to make exit decisions during calm, rational periods. Now, this planning should include your profit targets, trading stop, and criteria for position adjustments. This plan should be specific enough to guide actual decisions, not just general intentions. The next one is profit milestone celebration. Acknowledge gains without exiting positions by celebrating the process of successful position management. When your trade reaches 1 hour profit, acknowledge your success internally whilst maintaining your position according to your plan. This recognition helps satisfy the dopamine-seeking behavior without requiring actual profit taking. Next, and it's really important, focus on the process. Measure success by following your plan rather than the outcome. This process focus helps you maintain discipline during inevitable periods when following your plan requires getting back some profits. Now, a perfectly executed trade that gives back some profits is more valuable for long-term success than an impulse exited trade that locks in smaller gains. Visualization. Mental rehearsal, which I've spoken about in many presentations, is about mental rehearsal of holding through pullbacks. It helps you prepare your emotional system for the normal volatility that profitable trades experience. This mental practice reduces the shock and fear when actual pullbacks occur. Spend time visualizing your reaction to seeing profits decrease temporarily whilst maintaining your position according to your plan. This mental rehearsal makes the actual experience feel familiar rather than threatening when it occurs. Highly recommend. Understanding the common mistakes that lead to early profit taking or premature profit taking helps you avoid these traps and maintain discipline. These mistakes are so widespread that avoiding them alone can significantly improve your trading results. So, setting profit targets. Many traders automatically target 100 pips moves in Forex or round number levels in stocks without considering whether these levels have any technical significance. Again, everybody's strategy and plan is different, so these are just suggestions. Professional traders set targets based on technical analysis, resistance levels, or measured moves. Another one is watching every move or tick movement of winning positions. This creates emotional involvement that makes rational exit decisions nearly impossible. So, again, professional traders often avoid watching their winning positions too closely, checking them at every interval or when specific conditions are met. Now, this reduces emotional involvement and it makes it easier to stick to your exit strategy. Now, another one is exiting trades because they've been open too long. Based on time rather than market development, many traders become uncomfortable holding positions for more than a few days or weeks, even hours, regardless of whether their original analysis is still developing properly. Time-based discomfort often causes traders to exit just as longer-term trends are beginning to accelerate. The time a trade has been open is irrelevant. What matters is whether the original analysis is still valid and the trade is still behaving accordingly to expectations. Now, the last one is letting others' opinions influence your exit decisions. So this means by reading analysis reports, social media, or news articles, this might suggest your profitable trade might reverse, and this may influence you. External opinions can create doubt about positions that are working perfectly according to your original analysis. So, it's important to identify and always stick in your lane, always keep on track with your goals, your analysis, and what you're doing. Developing the mindset of a professional trader is crucial for maximizing the profit potential that your analysis creates. Focus on maximum potential rather than current gains by asking how far could this trade go. This shift in focus encourages patience and conviction. Champion traders are always thinking about the best case scenario for their winning trades whilst maintaining realistic risk management. Understand that giving back some profit is normal and necessary for maximizing long-term returns. Every professional trader gives back substantial profits regularly as part of their approach to position management. Celebrate the process and the journey. Keep records of how well you follow your exit strategies and celebrate consistency in execution rather than just your P&L. As we come to the end of the presentation now, again, I hope you found value and I hope this has really helped. Please remember the things that I've discussed in this presentation is really going to help you to get to a position. This is such a common issue for traders. So remember about how the brain works. Remember to always celebrate the process, focus on the process, and just trust in your analysis and your strategy. More importantly, trust in yourself as a trader. I hope you have a great week in the markets, and I will see you next time. Thank you.